This might be a short read. Who knows? Maybe the last three are like monster length. Has happened before. Has happened multiple times, to be honest. So let's see what this one is all about. Emission sphere. Yeah. This one's a longer one. The moment I said it, Euclid. It's the highest rated one so far, though. SCP-19407 is to be contained in a room filled with a minimum of 2 cm of lead. SCP-1947 is currently held in room 214-B at Site 16. SCP-1947 is not to be removed from room 214-B without the consent of an O5 level director. SCP-1947 is to remain within a 1 meter cubed copper mesh enclosure at all times. Radio and microwave receivers are to be placed within the enclosure and checked for consistency on a monthly basis. Any change in SCP-1947 emissions should be recorded and reported to Dr. Alberts. Any further experimentation on SCP-1947 is strictly forbidden. SCP-1947 is a sphere with a diameter of approximately 46 centimeters. 2 lobes protrude from the sphere and on opposite sides. The exposed surface of SCP-1947 is mainly composed of an iron-nickel alloy with trace amounts of indium. SCP-1947 was found near Zambia on approximately. It was initially discovered in a small crater by a local farmer. SCP-1947 was brought to the attention of the Foundation by Agent Monet, a low-level operative station in Zambia. Standard testing procedures for potential anomalous objects revealed that SCP-1947 was periodically emitting microwaves with a frequency of either 1415 or 1425 MHz. The emissions were found to alternate between the two frequencies in a manner which encoded a series of images. For further details, see Technical Report-A. As of SCP-1947 has halted the emission of microwaves and is now emitting higher power radio waves with varying frequencies of approximately 6 GHz. Current emissions are being directed to an area in space, data redacted, roughly toward the galactic center. All transmissions by SCP-1947 should be blocked to prevent unauthorized reception of the signal. The current status of SCP-1947 is addressed in Document B, available to personnel with appropriate clearance. So here we have Technical Report A. So let me read that again real quick. Okay, so the microwave part is like the most notable thing about it. SCP-1947 was originally classified as safe and given a low research priority. Junior researcher Scherz, which is joke in German. Although I think it's not written the same way. Wait. I think it's Witz is also there's no T in Scherz in German, but it's very close. Was assigned to SCP-1947 for a period of 3 years. His final report is appended. It was his findings which prompted the upgrade of SCP-1947 from safe to Euclid, as well as the updated containment procedures. Personnel with level 4 clearance or higher are able to access the supplementary data provided in document -B. Dr. Alberts. Okay, so the reason why it's so long is because there are pictures. SCP-1947 Technical Report. Upon discovery that SCP-1947 was emitting microwaves, I was tasked with recording and analyzing its output. The emissions of SCP-1947 encode a series of images. These are presented below. The relevant technical details are included. SCP-1947 was found to emit microwaves with frequency of either 1415 MHz or 1425 MHz. An analysis revealed that microwaves of a given frequency were emitted by SCP-1947 for a minimum of 1.73 seconds before switching to the alternate frequency. The longest continuous emission of a given frequency was 176 seconds. 176.43 seconds. Emission occurred in blocks of 17,643.73 seconds, and after each block, SCP-1947 would stop transmitting for 79.58 seconds before continuing with the next block. After 5 blocks were transmitted, a double-length pause of 159.16 seconds was observed before the sequence would repeat again. Eventually, the significance of the minimum emission time of 1.73 seconds became apparent. The frequencies were emitted for variable times, but they were all multiples of 1.73 seconds. It seemed clear that an emission of a given frequency for 1.73 seconds was the discrete unit of SCP-1947's code. At this point, I was sure that the code was binary in nature. One frequency was analogous to 1, the other to 0. The breakthrough that came after I realized that each block of emission equated to 10,201 times 1.73 times 1.73. The square root of 10,201 is 101, a prime number. I arranged each 1 and 0 on a 101 by 101 grid, and a pattern became apparent. In a set of images shown below, each image is a 1 by 101 square. Each black pixel represents 1.73 seconds of emission at 1415 MHz, and each white pixel represents 1.73 seconds of emission at 1425 MHz. These images represent the totality of the data transmitted by SCP-1947's binary code, image 1. Okay, that's actually kind of dope that the sphere is making an image with binary code. I like that. This seems to be a reference image. Each bar has a length corresponding to a prime number between 2 and 97. What? Okay. For a hot moment, I thought there was like text in there. Image 2. Oh my, what is that? Almost looks like a video game reticle for like flying, like a plane, like Star Fox, old school Star Fox almost. The top of the image appears to be a stylized graphic of a star system with 6 I said Star Fox, and now the fact that the star system is involved, I was like, with 6 planets. If that is correct, the brackets around the 4th planet from the star could represent a ringed planet or a planet of particular importance. I would have more like saw as like a selection. The lower half of the image appears to be some sort of map relating to the position of the star system to the astronomical landmarks. Ah, okay, gotcha. Image 3. That's creepy, but let's go on. The image appears to be a stylized representation of a bipedal creature. The circular object to the right of the image has a strong resemblance to SCP-1947. Okay. If the image is to scale, the bipedal creature will be approximately 3 meters tall. It almost reminds me of Shy Guy a little bit, but the head is definitely way different. Image 4. Unknown speculation include a stellar field map, genetic information of the creature shown in image 3, or yet another code. Image 5 looks like planets again. This image was discovered to be a representation of energy levels in hydrogen atom. Oh, okay, never mind. An electron transitioning from the second lowest to the lowest energy level, and to 2 to n to 1 in a hydrogen atom release a photon with a wavelength of 122 nanometers. Right? This is shown in the top left of the image. The bottom of the image was determined to display photons with a wavelength of 244 nanometers directed against SCP-1947. After the meaning of the 5th image was discovered, we tried exposing SCP-1947 to a UV laser with a wavelength of 244 nanometers. We had hoped that this would reveal more information about the nature of SCP-1947. However, SCP-1947 stopped transmitting microwaves after we exposed it to the UV laser. We then found that it had switched to emitting radio waves at a frequency of around 6 GHz. Oh, that's how it changed. The radio waves being emitted now by SCP-1947 are frequency modulated in a complex way. The current signal is beyond our capabilities to decipher. Additionally, the signal is highly directional and highly powerful. SCP-1947 is sending a signal into space and data reduced by request of O5 command. Junior researcher Scherz. The following information is classified. Access is available to all level 4 personnel and above on a need-to-know basis. So document B. SCP-1947 status as of 27/7/2010. This document assumes at least cursory familiarity with the technical report prepared by junior researcher Scherz. On 23rd, 2nd, 2008, I authorized the use of a UV laser on SCP-1947. We initially thought that SCP-1947 had been deactivated by exposure to the laser. However, 3 weeks later, we discovered the new radio waves, the new radio emissions that encode a highly complex signal, which we studied for almost a year without making any progress on the decoding. All we managed to discover was that SCP-1947 continuously broadcasts a signal with repeating and non-repeating elements. Eventually, we realized that the radio waves being transmitted by SCP-1947 were directed toward the constellation Scorpius. This directionality was maintained regardless of the orientation of SCP-1947. It is now apparent that SCP-1947 was broadcasting information towards Scorpius for a period of approximately 1 year. The signal sent from SCP-1947 during that time period will undoubtedly reach their intended destination at some point in the future. As of 18th 2009, SCP-1947 is contained within an electromagnetically shielded room. This should prevent any additional transmission of information. Curiously, the central location in the star map provided in the second image from SCP-1947, see technical report, does not appear to correspond to any star in the vicinity of Scorpius. The lines shown are not correlated with the known positions of the stars, pulsars, nebula, or other potential astronomical landmarks. Additionally, no star near Scorpius is known to possess 6 planets in the configuration shown by the first image from SCP-1947. Since SCP-1947 was found there have been 4 additional known discoveries of very similar objects, 1 in the US, 2 in Russia, and 1 in Thailand. These additional SCP-1947-like objects designated -L were were recently determined to retranslate similar sets of images by the same method as SCP-1947, although each object appears to present a different version of the images 2 and 4. Different iterations of images 2 the 4 different iterations of image 2 decoded so far are roughly similar, except for the presentation of a different configuration of the star system at the top of the image, as well as superficially similar star map with the lines in alternate positions. None of these additional star maps appear to correspond to locations near Scorpius. Also, each object analyzed encodes a version of image 4 with a different pattern. In the central square, a different pattern in the central square. There we go. The meaning of image 4 is still unclear. At least 1-L encodes a 6th image of a seemingly random pattern of dots similar to those in image 4. 3-Ls are currently stored in an electromagnetically shielded deep storage locker at Site 21. These have not been activated by exposure to a UV laser. At least 1-L is not currently held by Foundation, and acquisition of the missing -L is a high priority goal. The fact that at least 5 objects similar to SCP-1947 include SCP-1947 itself are known to exist is a worrying prospect. Considering the likely extraterrestrial origin of SCP-1947, this raises the possibility that a large number of -Ls may be scattered around the galaxy to serve an unknown end. Dr. Alberts. Nah, dude, it's just Dragon Balls. They're just Dragon Balls, bro. You just need to find 7 of them and summon Shenrong, make a wish. You'll be good. You'll be in the clear.